Today, what I thought I would tell you is what it kind of means to even just be psychic. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to be here again. I've got so many freaking ideas running through my head of everything that I can tell you all about me and about what I do, and some really interesting stories. We've had a really busy time around Rob and Carissa's household. COVID had to switch things up for us. Usually we're doing ghost tours this time of year. But we had to go into haunted museums and doing group readings for people, which have been a blast. It's been a blast. And I'll explain all about those haunted museum things in another episode. A lot of people say to me, you're psychotic. And I can fully agree with that as well. But there's a thin line between psychic and psychotic. We know this by even looking at the mental health system. I've worked with some psychiatrists actually with people who have been diagnosed as having some mental illness, but a lot of it is reverting back to actually having intuition and psychic ability. So what does it mean to be psychic in general? Like does Robin have to wear a scarf around her head and big hoop earrings and crystal balls? I've got one. I've got a really nice crystal ball. Oh, I got a really nice crystal ball. I swore again. I'm terrible. No, that is not. That's what we did back when the gypsies just wanted to kind of have a show so that you could tell who was the psychic and who wasn't the psychic. The issue is that everybody's psychic, and that's what I try to teach. This is what I'm trying to show you all, that you're not all crazy if you have some of these feelings or have some of these senses. I was fortunate because my parents raised me as Robbie having this weird gift, like I told you before, Robbie being able to do this weird thing. In fact, my parents would actually bring me up stairs while they were having their good old parties that back in the 70s. And I would come out and tell everybody what their playing cards were that they were holding. So I was kind of like a party trick at some point, but whatever, right? I'm a mom. If you can use a kid to help you with something, that's cool. Entertaining, that's cool. Some kids go into dancing, that's cool. I was into talking dead people. Same thing, just a little bit different. So I wanted to show you and kind of explain just a little bit about what being psychic is. Psychic means all-knowing. That's what the term is. A lot of people, like I said, have a misconception that we carry around crystal balls and crystals. Don't get me wrong, okay? Like, a lot of people on my team are ridiculous. They're so ridiculous. Their bras are full of crystals. They have protection on them all over the place, and their panties everywhere. So if you were to shake down one of my team members, you're probably going to see a whole lot of crystals hit the floor. I don't do that just because I've been doing this for so long that I just know how to protect, how to let in, and how to take care of business. So the reason why they call me the real psychic is I think you can already tell that the lights go out while I'm talking. So that's kind of cool. Shit like this happens all the time, you guys. Aye, and then it comes back on. Just wait till we talk about ghosts and what happens. So anyway, psychic is all knowing. So I can look at people, I can sit down with people if they are in middle of chaos or they have questions. Wow, it's getting brighter and brighter. I bet you y'all can see my aura at some point. We'll talk about aura someday too. So I can sit down with them and help them kind of chart their path, where they're going, give them some timelines, that kind of thing. Medium is a different story. Now, if you go back and you look in your history records and you look in history books, you'll see people like Madame Blavatsky. She was like the first known medium. I don't even know when. I'm not good with dates. She had on the big fuzzy hats, and she did the channeling, and the voices would talk through her, and all the drama. I got enough drama in my life because I create my own chaos. I don't need no more drama. I'm just, this is me. This is what you're getting. Some people actually, when they come and meet me or see me walking through a store doing something, they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect you to be so tall. I didn't expect you to look so normal. Because we think we have to look strange, I guess. I don't know. But I'm strange, for sure. I'm strange, but I'm not that strange. I don't dress up for nobody. So being a medium means that I can see and speak to dead people. What we refer this to in our world, in our circles, is using our clairs. You can Google search that instead of me telling you for the next little bit. All the different clairs. I can tell you what I use. I'm clairsentient first. So I pick up and know things by feeling. That's my biggest, I just know. You can't really explain it because you just know. I'm clairvoyant, so I do see dead people. Yep, I do. Sometimes they're not pretty. Sometimes they're gorgeous. It depends on who's coming to visit and what time in the morning, whether I want to even deal with their shit or not, to be honest. But if I'm sitting with a client who wants to connect with somebody who's passed away, that's me. I see them sometimes. Sometimes if I'm doing like a big group reading, there's just too many. Could you imagine like going to a football game? Go Riders. Hopefully someday when COVID pisses off. And seeing all those people and having to pick out which ones you had to talk to for certain people, it gets to be too much. Way too much. So you learn how to fine tune that gift. So that's clairvoyance. If I'm doing a one-on-one with somebody, we'll do a clairvoyance where I can see. Sometimes I don't want to. Like, you got to remember when we die, sometimes we don't want people to see us. Like, maybe it's the first time talking to your grandma and your grandma didn't get her hair done. And she was really conscious about getting her hair done. So she didn't want to show up without her hair done. She doesn't want me to see her without her hair done. Literally, it works like that. We don't die and become different people. We're the same people. We have the same characteristics. We have the same likes and dislikes. So sometimes I don't see them. Sometimes I smell them. Sometimes I can smell certain perfumes or something that they've worn, or an object that they carried around, if they were smokers, not smokers. Anyways, I digress. There's so many different things that you can use in mediumship, and it's actually easier to connect with somebody who's passed away than it is to connect with a spirit guide. And when I refer to spirit guides, you guys, these are like not scholars that are sitting around with books judging you. Nope. The only person that judges you is you. They are people from your past lives that we can talk about some other time too if you're interested. They're people from your past lives who stayed back on the other side so that they could help kind of push you through this life. Now, it's an ongoing joke, for sure, for me and all of my friends, that my spirit guides must be always drunk, always under the influence. Must be, because the way my highs and lows go and the crazy stuff that happens to me, no question about it. I was put here to ride this roller coaster real fast and real hard. Let me tell you. That's another really good example. I can't see stuff that's going to happen for me. I also can't tell you if you're going to win the lottery. So don't ask, because those are silly things, and those are things that skeptics, and I'm cool with skeptics as long as you're not dinks about it. We don't see things like that will give you personal good, like wealth or things that aren't supposed to be in your path. If you weren't supposed to win the lottery, you're not going to win the lottery. So I can't give you lottery numbers. I don't know. I don't know about my own life. You guys wait until you see and hear my story about my own life. I've got 6 kids. 6 kids. A few of them were planned. Didn't know the other ones were going to happen. I mean, I knew that I was taking that chance, I guess, but whoop, there it is. That's how psychic work is. You can't read yourself, because I have to live my life just as you have to live yours. And if I knew every male that came into my life was a rotten dirtbag, I would have never experienced and learned that lesson. So I just would have been picking all these like boys that were always good to me, and then got bored and dumped them, I'm sure, because that's how I am. I'm terrible. So we can't read ourselves. So don't try and read yourselves. That's why I like to teach, right? That's why I want people to understand that they can do this themselves. That way, if I've got issues going on, I can phone up one of my psychic buddies. And only if it's desperate. We will not call each other. We have rules. Some of them break them. We don't just be like, hey, like this happened, blah, 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 blah. Because when I'm done working, you guys got to remember I do this 7 days a week. I'm either doing videos, radio, TV, in-person readings, lives, whatever, ghost hunting. I'm doing exorcism tonight. No word of a lie, I'm doing an exorcism tonight. I don't have, like, when I'm on my downtime, I want to play my little games on my phone to get my brain off things. I don't want to have to answer the phone and talk to my friend about what it meant to see a fox. Love you, Barb, but I'm just calling you out right here. There's a couple of them, but we love you still. But that is how it works. There's a light switch for me. It's on and it's off. When I'm working or I'm doing anything involving working, the switch is on and I can use my psychic ability. When I'm not working, when I'm going grocery shopping, picking up a kid from school because they're suspended again, whatever, I'm just Robin Carissa, Mom. Robin Carissa, grocery shopper. Now, sometimes I don't want to say accosted. Is that a word? Accosted? Accosted. I'm not stolen. And approached in the stores. Robin, remember you told me this. When is this? And not nicely say, like, sorry, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this in the grocery store. Go pick some apples. Go do your thing. Because I'm not doing that. That's the other thing. The number one thing that irks me and makes me mad, and if you know anything about me, I'm really, really patient. I absorb a lot, and then I snap. And I've snapped quite a few times on people who just approach people out of nowhere and say, oh, your mom is with you. Oh, your grandma wants me to tell you this while they're out doing their business. Okay. If somebody does that to me, I'm going to knock them out. Because I don't want anybody in my business. Both of my parents have passed. I have a nephew that's passed. If I want to speak with them or talk to them, I will seek out a medium. I do not want some stranger coming in and trying to look into my life and try and give me information without me asking for it. It's completely unethical. There are ethics in our line of work, and that is one. That one's a knockout. That one's knockout worthy. Guaranteed. Yeah, like I said, I can go do what I need to do. However, I see fit, and when I want to speak to people, not have somebody chasing me down. People are scared of me, not because of the knockout factor. That hasn't happened in a while. But people are scared of me because especially spouses, because they think I can read their minds. Because here I am, I'm a mind reader now. Now I'm psychic, medium, mind reader. I can't read minds. You guys, I can't walk by people and be like, oh, that person is thinking about this or that. I don't care. I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel your pain unless we're sitting together and working together. It's none of my business. Everybody's in everybody's business, and psychics shouldn't be in other people's business unless invited into the business. Most frustrating thing ever. But I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a magician. Not gonna read your mind. The best you'll get is if we go out for a few drinks and we start guessing people's astrological signs. That's fun. We have fun doing that. We ask for permission. And usually the servers are like, yes, that's so cool. That's it for this one. I will come back and talk to you kind of about a darker subject. Death and dying. And I'm doing these in these sequence before I start my Pets and Possessions, Tattoo and Terror, just so that you have a good kind of fundamental of what the hell I'm even talking about. So I will see you guys next episode. We'll talk about some death and dying.